morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking for Wednesday the 26th of August. I have to stay a little focused this morning. I've actually had a really busy morning. It's only like 6 o'clock and I've already done so much. I want to say thank you to the people sending me through donations too. I do email you back, but I don't know that I really capture how grateful I truly am for that. So thank you so much. And to people who send me gifts, I've got to tell you, this is not I'm not wanting any attention here at all, okay? This is not for that reason. I'm 62 years old and I've never had a birthday party, ever, not even as a child. And so I'm truly very humbled by kindness, very, very much so. So thank you so much. And that's purely just to let you know how appreciative I am. Okay, oh, is that me? Okay, so firstly I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. My channel started to experience some growth again after going through a little period of quietness. So thank you so much for subscribing to me. Okay, let's get some things going. If you want personal readings, classes, or life coaching, which is taking off beyond belief, which is a passion for me. I love seeing people reach their potential. I'm currently offering 6 sessions at $50 a session, but you've got to agree to the 6 sessions. This is coaching that you could pay for a lot more money for in the community. But because I'm trying to get, I guess, people to understand their personal power and the direction they're going in and to help them get moving, it's far more about my passion. It's a little selfish, I guess. If you are after personal readings or making donations, everything is below. I am going back to doing live YouTubes on Wednesdays at 12 o'clock Australian time. You'll have to check the time for you around the world. I'm doing Instagrams on Friday, but I'm going to do them early in the day because I do understand that some places like England can't always get in on things. So I like to sort of move them around a little bit. I'm also going to do live Facebook pulls on card pulls one Sunday a month. I've been doing them up till now, but I've been a bit erratic because working full time by Sunday, I'm pretty bushed. So I'm going to go back to doing those. I also want to say thank you to the beautiful people who've written to me and offered me opportunities. It's fabulous, but I'm not considering anything at the moment. I'm sort of just getting everything else up and going. So once I get going, I'll look back over your opportunities and I'll get back to you. But thank you for thinking of me and for watching my videos too. I do read all of the emails. I don't reply to all of them. Because I don't always have anything that I can really say other than just contact me in a couple of months when I've got things going. All right, wow. Some pretty rough cards coming out here, so I hope you don't get a rough reading. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading. This is my pack that I generally use at the fairs. So because I'm not doing fairs at the moment, I decided to pull a few things out of my kit bag, out of my Mary Poppins bag. All right. I think I've got everything. Okay. All right. Yeah, a lot of the cards that were jumping out here were around self-exploration, taking time out from the world, feeling a bit flat and having very little direction at the moment, perhaps needing some healing, recuperation. But they're the cards that were jumping out at me. So I guess there's a lot of people at the moment going through you know, a time when they're sort of going inside, understanding where they're going. The Hermit card is a card, it is sort of about healing, but it's more about finding your inner light. You know, sometimes we sort of get a bit stuck in life and we're trying to sort of find our way out. And this card certainly talks about, you know, sort of taking time out from the world and looking deep inside to really see what makes you happy. You may be doing some past exploration here. A lot of us are realizing, and it's really incredible because I'm doing Akashic Record study at the moment, so I can offer Akashic Record readings, which has always been something I've wanted to do. And yesterday in some of the lessons I was doing, it sort of talked about how when we start to spiritually evolve, we sort of look back at our own childhoods and our own upbringings to see what sort of things were holding us back. And I don't think for a lot of people you realize how much something holds you back in life. It could be your core beliefs, it could be the way you're raised. You could have been raised, for example, very religiously, and now you want to sort of move over to spirituality and you might be getting that conflict. Sometimes it can talk about our relationships, how we form relationships, but the one thing that comes up very much lately is about your sense of self, and how that's being distorted by people when you were small. Now, this isn't always intentional. Some people don't mean to do it. They do the best they can with their parenting skills. Others, maybe have some personality issues or problems, and that reflects in the way they raise their children. But whatever it is for you, it still means that going back and really having a look at your childhood trauma, your childhood issues, to see what really is holding you back from having the life you want. And I feel that this is what a lot of you are doing at the moment. So that was a bit of a long spiel, but okay, so we have some really major arcanas coming out here. The Wheel of Fortune talks about karma. So some of this stuff may be past life karma that you've brought with you as a child into this life. My belief is that you plan out your life before you even come here to experience the lessons you need to help you grow. The Wheel of Fortune talks of karma. It talks about the wheel turning in your favor. And this means sometimes, you might have epiphanies or wake up moments, or you may question how you're doing something and realize that there's a deeper need or meaning for you to go back to your life and have a look at where things have come up during your life, or what sort of issues or problems you've encountered. Beautiful. Okay, so the Strength card means we're taming those inner beasts or inner demons. We often talk about the dark night of the soul, which is sort of looks like some of you are going through here. We've got a lot of major arcanas. So the Strength card talks about taming those parts of you. Now, the parts I'm talking about that may have held you back or may have sort of distorted your view of the world or your view of yourself, these are parts of what you're healing. And this is the universe, sort of with the moon cycles especially, giving you the opportunity to delve deep inside to see what's holding you back. Now, a lot of people are saying to me this sort of stuff comes to the surface very often when you're maturing, so you're becoming a more mature adult. But I've met younger people going through much the same, because the information is around nowadays. It seems people are questioning a lot more than what they used to. So we're taming those parts of us. And look, we've got the Nine of Pentacles coming out. So what I want to say to you is, by doing that inner work, by really digging deep and finding out why you live the way you do, the decisions you make, perhaps you feel like you're not going where you want to in life, you feel held back. Some of those things you can heal through doing that inner child work. But with the Nine of Pentacles here, it's telling me that you are learning about yourself, how to manifest and how to move yourself forward. The Nine of Pentacles, beautiful card to get there actually, because it shows a real sense of self and independence. Oh, all major arcanas coming through. The High Priestess is a card that talks about things that are hidden. It's your intuition. And very often with our intuition, a lot of it is hidden under our ego and the things we've learned. So, moving aside some of those beliefs we have ourselves that allow our intuition to really become much stronger and give us the insight that we need. It's a bit of a journey, but it works. And you can become very psychic if you start to move aside this stuff. So if it's your journey and you want to become, a card reader, an intuitive, maybe even a medium, a lot of that stuff is hidden beneath the beliefs you have about yourself. So once you start clearing them and your intuition becomes clear, it starts to lead you the way forward. The thing is with this, there is a need to close out cycles when this happens. So for some of us, these cycles may be around the way we approach our work, our families. We may have to cut a lot of stuff out that no longer serves us because we start to understand what we've done in our past or as children that have really affected how we see our world. So this does mean ending cycles. It does mean letting things go. It does mean moving away from things that no longer serve you. For some of you, you may sort of start to get an insight into you might be in a relationship, whether that's romantic, family, friends, that's quite abusive, but sometimes you just carry on with that because you don't really know any different. And then one day you're like, this is not right for me, and you go looking and you realize what you've been going through. But maybe as a child you were taught to put up with things or tolerate things that you no longer need to tolerate. So there's changes here because you're moving away from something. Wow. Okay, can you see all the swords energy here? This is you changing the way you think and tuning into your intuition here. You can see it really clearly. So there's a very strong feeling here that you are allowing things to go. But what I love with the Seven of Swords is this is trying to get away with things. And a lot of the time we see this card as being quite negative, but actually it's really positive in this reading, because what it's saying to me is that you are going to learn to speak up. You're going to learn not to try and move away from things, but to actually hit them head on. You don't need to run away anymore. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords coming through. Now this says to me, you may be doing some training, you may be doing some research here, but you're finding your own stability. This is about you really getting to the core of who you are and looking towards your future with those changes. Can you see how the color changes as we're moving through this reading? So it's almost like we're going from the blue into the yellow. So we're moving from opening the throat chakra into opening the solar plexus here for intuition. It's beautiful reading. Okay, and look, we have you as the Queen of Wands. So if you have a look at this, look, she's indicative of the reading. Look, she's going from the blue to the yellow. So she's moving into the area of healing the throat chakra through that Hermit card, and bringing in this beautiful solar plexus chakra, which is, of course, the card of intuition, or the color of intuition. All right, so we're putting down the burdens of the past, closing out cycles, and we're moving forward quickly. I'll give you some extra cards on this one, though, because I think it's really important. For some of you, you're looking, see the yellow light, so you're looking for this intuition through your solar plexus. So that's what you're looking for. That's what the light represents. We're looking back at childhood. We're looking back at things we've done in the past. We may be nostalgic, remembering situations, but now questioning them at a much deeper level. The universe is telling you here it's time. It's time to dig deep and move some of that stuff that's holding you back. This is a time to tame those limitations, those beliefs about yourself. Now, I don't want people to think because we talk about working through the dark night of the soul or taming our inner demons, that they're bad. Because sometimes we think that, some of the things about ourselves aren't nice and we don't want to accept them. But actually they're part of who we are. We just have to integrate them here. And look, you're coming up as this beautiful Nine of Pentacles, which says to me that you are really standing in your own power here. You're feeling grateful, comfortable, happy with what you have at this moment in time, which means it allows you to open up to manifestation. What a beautiful reading. Okay. It's funny, isn't it? Because I don't really think that people sometimes when I'm speaking understand the power of taking back your power. It's pretty cool. Okay, building stability here, working through something, working on things. Now the Eight of Swords, not the Eight of Swords. You don't want the Eight of Swords at the moment. You're going really well. The Eight of Wands here talks of things moving forward rapidly, making great roads with things. It's communication. It talks about love. So maybe you're working on all of those things because you haven't been bringing them forward in the past. And now you're understanding how to get yourself moving forward. Oh, well, there you go. I can't make this up, can I? So some of you may already be in this energy. You may be trying to move forward here. I can see you are, but maybe some of you are sort of sitting in this energy here. The Eight of Wands, I've got the King of Swords coming through, the Devil card, wow. Okay, and the Page of Wands. All right. So what we have here is you taking on the energy of this King of Swords. Some of you could be seeking counseling as well. Some of you could be researching, sort of digging deep at a very logical or strategic level. Some of the work you're going to do to get there will be about psychology. It will be about the 3D world, but digging to find out about your spirituality and the ego that you carry around in your day-to-day life that limits you from what you are meant to be. I do have the Page of Wands here, which tells me something is changing. You're starting to feel this passion, this energy burning within you here, and it may only be the start of it, because you can see he's all dressed in yellow again. So we're really looking at your intuitive power here coming through. You understanding what the intuition is, what the ego is, what the understanding of logic is. So all of these things have to be integrated. Your soul, your mind, your body. They all have to be integrated for you to reach a very balanced level in your life. And that sometimes is really complex because some of us are born with a very logical mindset. So we find it difficult to accept that there's something greater than us out there. But once we start to understand that, we can start to see how our ego is formed throughout our childhood, throughout the lessons we've learned from our parents, our friends, our schools. Everything creates this ego, and the ego has a place. There is nothing wrong with having this ego energy, but if it stops you reaching or trusting this beautiful intuition that you have, then it's holding you back. But I do see you as like the novice here, starting your journey, being able to embrace this energy, and you're ready to go with this wand in place. It's like you're feeling this new growth, this passion that's coming through here. What a beautiful reading. All right, let's have a look at what Spirit has to say here. Okay, we have two cards that have dashed out on me here, so I'm going to take them. Oh, how beautiful is this? So you have woman holding a heart and the daughter romance. So some of you may be doing this work because you want to have love in your life. And of course, the journey to finding love or to having love in your life is by raising your own vibration, by turning the love inwards, by putting your energy that's on the outside of you into yourself. But when people say to me, I'm not finding love, I've got to say 44 is the number. 4's the number I get all of the time. It's something that's always around me. But I noticed that 33 is on the other card as well. So for those of you who are following numbers at the moment, I think that's a little bit of a sign for you. Okay. Yeah, people often say to me, how come I don't find love? And I'm like, well, how do you feel about yourself? You know, what sort of work have you put in terms of raising your own vibration? This is why I wanted to do the Akashic Record training, because that will give you a lot more insight into the things in your life that you're here to learn while you're on the planet. Okay, so the daughter romance talks about new beginnings in love. It says whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in the relationship you're in, this door with a heart opens onto a new beginning in your experience. New love may be arriving and you are being brought together by a strong resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be a new tenderness about to bloom into heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in energetic potential. So when this card appears in your spread, make sure you are projecting the kind of self-loving energy that you want to receive from others. See, there it is. Be aware that the universe returns your self-caring treatment to you. It's ready to open the door. Are you? Lovely confirmation from Spirit here. Okay, woman holding a heart. And this is a female dealing with family love or emotions. The woman on this card wears a butterfly in her hair and holds a lovely large heart in her hands. For a woman, this card upright could be a reflection of your own state of peaceful emotion and a receptivity for love, or it might be a message that your family issues are going to resolve. You are an intuitive woman who understands the emotions of life, and you're bringing that awareness to all that you do. This card upright could also indicate the presence of a female friend, teacher, or confidant who's here to help you with issues of love, family, or emotion. This is an even-tempered and caring person who resonates with you and your emotions. This could also portend a new love interest or friend coming your way. So for some of you, you are doing the work and you're bringing in new love. Okay, it is on the way to you. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. But once you get to the point that you are feeling really loving yourself, really feeling that energy, things will just happen to you that you will not believe. Have a wonderful day.